Hey everyone, it's the 10 Minute Gamer. Would you kindly pull up a chair and watch this video? Today we're checking out Bioshock, one of my most favorite games of all time. Now that being said, I'm going to try and be as objective as possible. It's been a while since I tracked through the first 10 minutes of the game, so we'll have to see what that experience feels like once again. Bioshock is from Irrational Games and was published by 2K Games. Released in August of 2007, it's a first-person shooter available on the PC, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Mac. I'll be checking out the 360 version. Now you know the drill. I'll play the game for 10 minutes, the timer starts from the moment I can actually play the game. Opening cinematics don't count against the timer, but in-game cinematics do. We toss down points for controls, gameplay, fun factor, presentation, and whether or not I want to keep playing the game once my 10 minutes is up. In the end, I'll tally up all the points and let you know if the game's worth your time, or if it's just another fish in the sea.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
At the beginning of the game, we find ourselves in the year 1960 on a plane that goes down in the Atlantic Ocean. As the only survivor, we make our way to a lighthouse, hop in a bathysphere, and enter Rapture. Everything is set up in your basic first-person shooter layout. The only difference here is that you'll be using your left hand for your plasmid attacks. Plasmids are really what this game is about, and using them with the weapons you can find throughout Rapture. Everything is really fluid and feels good, except for one thing. There are points where the movement feels sluggish. In some places it felt as if I was dragging something along with me where I was going. I don't know if that was by design to show the wear of the player by having just swam through the ocean after a plane crash, but it just felt weird. I'm going to knock off a half a point for these, at times, sluggish controls. However, everything else in this category shines. Gameplay is great. Everything's very fluid and the action is non-stop. Once you step out of the bathysphere, you're constantly moving and splicers are jumping out at you and keeping you on your toes. You're able to switch between plasmids and weapons quickly and easily. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is I have two hands, so why am I not able to use both at the same time? I'm going to knock a half point off here just for that. Everything else is perfect though. This game is straight out fun. Like I said earlier, there's constant action, and it feels so fluid. Everything had me cracking a smile. Maybe it was just from reliving my previous experience with the game, or maybe it was just pure joy from the get-go, or maybe it was both. I don't know. But this game is great fun. 2 points. Let's talk about presentation. Firstly, we've got to get into the ambience. You immediately get drawn into this world simply from the art style. It's also beautiful. Just horribly beautiful. That's what I love so much about this game. Even though it's this destroyed utopia, it's still so majestic. Everything is perfectly stylized and still holds up all these years later. The sound is oftentimes spooky and the musical undertones are really appreciated. On top of that, the voice acting is top-notch. It makes you feel as if these are real people trapped in this world. Plus, the soundtrack is killer. You got Bing Crosby, Bobby Darin, not to mention the orchestral score. It draws you in from the moment you enter and holds tight. So I'm going to give 2 points for a great presentation. finally, do I want to keep playing? Definitely. Even though I've played through the game at least 3 times by now, and have done just about all that can be done in it, I'm thinking I might just go for another playthrough. I can tell you that 10 minutes isn't hardly enough to get everything out of this game, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. It's one of those rare gems of a game that does it all in such a perfectly told story. There's no need for multiplayer at all, as far as I'm concerned, and it would only hinder the game. Add another 2 points to our final score. Let's recap. Solid controls with only occasional slowdown, 1.5 points. The gameplay is fluid, and the only question I have is why can't I use plasmids and guns at the same time? Another 1.5 points. The game is a pure joy and action-packed fun, 2 points. It's a beautiful, artistic game that draws you in from the beginning, another 2 points. And finally, 10 minutes is such a great introduction that you don't want to put the game down, 2 points. So, Bioshock gets a 9. Do not miss out on this game.
I didn't touch her!
This is 10 Minute Gamer signing off. I got some more splicers to take care of. Now, would you kindly check out the 10 Minute Gamer website at 10minutegamer.com.